Welcome to W&L Sports Weekly. I'm Jeremy Franklin. This week we'll speak with men's soccer coach Mike Singleton, men's cross-country captain MacKenzye Leroy, and football captain Matt Sgro. But first, a quick look back at the weekend in Washington and Lee athletics. Field hockey fell 4-1 on the road to 17th-ranked Christopher Newport, while volleyball dropped a 3-0 decision to Mary Washington. At the Shenandoah Hornet Harrier, men's cross-country came in third, while the women recorded a fourth-place finish. Women's tennis players Michelle Fleener and Valerie Marshall both advanced to the quarterfinals at the ITA Southeast Regionals, while Fleener and Lauren Hassel made it to the semifinal round in doubles. Riding opened up the season by co-hosting an invitational with Randolph, where the Generals finished 8th. Men's golf also came in 8th at the Tournament Town Preview in Greensboro, and both soccer teams defeated Randolph-Macon. The women downed the Yellow Jackets 2-0 at home, while the men scored a 3-2 road win. Joining me now is men's soccer coach Mike Singleton. Mike, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Jeremy.
The Generals have opened up the season 6-0-1 against a nationally competitive schedule. You're ranked 5th in the latest United Soccer Coaches Division III poll. How pleased have you been with the first few weeks of the season?
Well, we're very happy right now. It was our goal to really start strong, and playing against the strong teams that we scheduled we knew would be a test. And if I look back, say 6 months ago, to what my projection would be, and I would be happy, I'd say we've done better than what my projection was. So I think we have to be happy with that. And you know, the rankings right now are very flattering, and we really appreciate them. At the end of the year, we hope to be even higher than what our current ranking is, and those are the rankings that really matter to us most. So we keep focusing and trying to make sure that we keep getting better each day and building on the success we've had thus far, and hopefully carry it through for another couple months.
The biggest news for you recently has come off of the soccer pitch. Tell us about the latest addition to your family.
Oh, well, my wife Jessica and I are thrilled because our new son Slate came to join us on Friday for the first time, and both Slate and Jess are very sort of healthy and happy right now, and we couldn't be more thrilled as parents. And I have to say thank you very much to W&L as a university, my peers, and the team, because everybody's been so welcoming and so friendly, and we really appreciate it very much.
Certainly we'll pass on our congratulations as well. This is the most veteran-laden team that you've coached here at Washington and Lee. How is that experience paying off?
It's crucial for us. The guys remember the lessons they've learned over the years and have been able to educate the freshmen as they've come in and get them more sort of ready for the tough ODAC schedule that we're running into right now. But when we're playing those top sort of nationally ranked teams throughout the country too, there's a bit of savviness and sophistication that really pays dividends. So the leadership of the seniors and the juniors primarily has played a big part in us not falling into the pitfalls or running into the speed bumps that we have in past years.
The bulk of the ODAC schedule is still in front of you. As you mentioned, the goal is to be ranked even higher at the end of the season than you are right now. What do you need to do to build up to that level?
Well, we need to, I think, get better both offensively and defensively. Step by step, you know, we always have this mantra with our team that we need to be playing our best soccer at the end of November, at the end of October, beginning of November. And that continues. So we still need a couple, I'd say, more weapons in our offensive arsenal. Thus far, we've had 17 different goal scorers, which is pretty phenomenal, and I'm very happy about. But I think we could be a bit more smooth in some of our attacking sort of fluidity. And defensively, we need to make sure that we don't let teams come back into the game. We've gotten some leads in games, and I think we've sort of taken our foot off the gas at times and let teams get a little bit more enthusiasm and encouragement than we should allow them to. So if we can tighten up in those two areas, I think going through ODAC we'll finish quite strong and hopefully have the season we're all hoping for.
Mike, thanks for joining us. Good luck with the rest of the year.
Thanks very much, Jeremy.
Here with me in the studio is MacKenzye Leroy, senior cross-country captain from Port Jervis, New York. MacKenzye, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
2016 was a special year for the W&L cross-country team. You qualified for nationals for the first time in a couple of decades. You lost some key seniors from last year's roster, but how can the program build off of that success this year?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, we lost a few major seniors in Max Strahler, Ian McDonald, Philip Harmon, but that just means we have to approach things a little differently. We still believe we can be a good team, but we're just relying a little heavier on younger guys, and we're relying on a tighter pack. Years past, we've been very top-heavy. Mac was third in the region. Even before his time, we had Levi Waring. So this year, we're really focusing on just staying tight 1 through 5 and running as a pack.
How have the early season races benefited the team?
So those have been good practices for that. Since we're using a lot of younger guys, they've gotten some really good race experience. Racing in high school is a lot different than racing in college. It switches over from 5K to 8K. It's more competitive just across the board. So those guys have gotten good experience. And then we've also practiced in these early races, staying as tight as we can through 3 miles, 4 miles, even all the way to the finish, tightening that pack.
The Generals have their 2 biggest regular season races coming up, starting with Lehigh's Paul Short Run this weekend. What are the team's goals for the next couple of weeks?
So I think I speak for everyone when I say we're just excited to compete. Most of us have been training since May. We've been putting in a lot of good work on our own, and then a little over a month on campus. And we've had some good early races, but we really want to mix it up with some fast teams, first at Paul Short and then pre-nationals, and just kind of see where we stack up with this new team and this new dynamic.
The ODAC Championship is roughly a month away now. What's on the Generals' agenda as you work toward the postseason?
We'd like to replicate a lot of what we did last season. So that means defending our ODAC title, and then 2 weeks after that, we'll have a regional championship, and we just hope we're competitive with CNU, Rhodes, Emory, some of those really top teams in the region, and on a good day, we'd love to qualify again for the national tournament.
MacKenzye, thanks for joining us. Best of luck with the rest of the fall.
Thank you.
I'm joined now by Matt Sgro, senior football captain from Wilmington, Delaware. Matt, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Earlier this month, the Generals trekked across the country to California. You capped off the trip with a win over Claremont Mud Scripts. Tell us about that experience for the team, both on and off the field.
Yeah, so it was a great trip. I think for the guys, especially the younger guys, it was more of like a bigger school feel, bigger program feel, traveling across the country. And I think the coaches did a great job of giving us that downtime, allowing us to be with our teammates off the field, and then certainly the win on the field helped the whole trip be a success.
The victory over CMS moved your overall record to 2-1. How would you rate the Generals' performances so far this year?
I think we're having a great season so far. Certainly would have loved to get that win over nationally ranked powerhouse Johns Hopkins, but we've taken care of business since then. I think our defense is playing extraordinary. And I think from a talent perspective, it's the most talented team I've been on since I've been here, which is saying a lot because I think I've been on some pretty great teams.
This is your first season as the full-time starting quarterback, but you've gotten plenty of game action over the past couple of years. How well prepared did you feel taking over the quarterback spot?
Yeah, like you said, I have gotten my fair share of playing time over the past couple of years, but not in a starting role. And I think being behind Charlie has really helped me see how the offense should be run. And it also helped. Charlie was one of my best friends on the team. I think we had a great working relationship, which certainly helped me and has prepared me to take over that role this year.
The team opens up ODAC play at Emory and Henry on Saturday. What are the keys for the Generals on the road this weekend?
Yeah, so it's a big game. Certainly, I think every ODAC game is almost a must win with playoffs in the sight. But Emory and Henry has huge crowds there usually, so we're going to have to come out with intensity as we have been. We're going to need our defense to play well. Their offense, Emory and Henry's offense, has a lot of Division I transfers, so they have a lot of talent on that team. So I would say the key is our defense playing well and our offense continuing to put up points on the board.
Matt, thanks for joining us. Good luck at Emory this weekend.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
It's time now for a look at the upcoming weekend. Both cross-country teams head to Pennsylvania. The men will compete at Lehigh's Paul Short Run, while the women race in the Dickinson Invitational. Football opens up ODAC play on Saturday with a road contest at Emory and Henry. Men's soccer plays host to Bridgewater, and women's soccer will visit Randolph. Also this weekend, men's tennis travels to Fredericksburg for the ITA Southeast Region Championships. Men's golf hits the road for a tournament at Ohio Wesleyan, and women's golf will host the Generals Invitational on Monday and Tuesday. For W&L Sports Weekly, I'm Jeremy Franklin. Thanks for watching.